Bootlegs are not preventing people from going to musical productions. Money is. That's basically the thesis statement of this video. Hello, kindly people of YouTube. Punk Rock Fairy Princess here. This is gonna be a little more of a stream of thought. I don't want to say rant. A little bit ranty, just a little bit. I can have a little bit of rant as a treat. Within these unprecedented times. Do you remember precedented times? What a time that was. In these unprecedented times, a lot of theaters and artists, etc., have been releasing their art for free online for like short periods of time. Like, for example, a couple weeks ago, I watched a Treasure Island play with my family, just, you know, for the evening, and it was really fun. It was a really fun production, and I really enjoyed it. And what's his name? Dude who wrote Phantom of the Opera, that guy, he's been like releasing his musicals like every week for like 48 hours for everyone to watch, which I think is very cool. And in the circles, the social online circles that I doggy paddle my way through, this has reignited the age-old discussion about bootlegs. It's some fun discourse, I gotta say. It's a good time. I love arguing on the internet. It's fun. I say that, but here I am making this video, so, you know, whatever. What is the catalyst for this? Well, I saw a tweet. Doesn't it always start that way? I saw a tweet and a screenshot on Tumblr from a Broadway actress. She plays Elsa on Broadway, or on stage. She plays Elsa in Frozen, the musical. That was pretty clear from the beginning. And she was saying something like how bootlegs would ruin or are ruining the musical theater business. And shockingly, I vehemently disagree with that take. No. In what world, what logic does one use to come to that decision? Alright, okay, I know like what logic people who make the anti-bootleg arguments are going with. You know, I know, it's okay. I know. So the main argument is that you're illegally watching something and therefore taking money away from the people who work so hard on it. And like, at first glance, it makes sense. Yes, of course. You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal someone's purse. Don't pirate DVDs. Do you remember those ads? Those were some weird fucking ads. They were weirdly ominous and scary. Yes, okay. Technically, filming bootlegs is against the rules, but are bootlegs ruining the musical theater industry? No, they're not. Now, is the musical theater industry dying? I don't know. I don't know. If it is, or if it should in the future, do I think that the cause is bootlegs? No. No, it's not. I guess another argument is like, well, if you've seen the bootleg, why would you go see it live? And to those people I ask, have you seen a bootleg? I know this is kind of the whole argument, but have you seen clips of bootlegs? They're shit. Like, they're not great. Audio quality, bad. You gotta have already listened to the album, otherwise you have no fucking clue what they're saying. Video quality, also bad. You wouldn't know who was on that night if the description didn't tell you who it was. They're bad. They're shaky, they're grainy, the audience clapping drowns out the dialogue. It's a mess. It's a mess. No one who had the opportunity to go to see this show live would pass it up because they saw the bootleg. If I had the opportunity to go see Six, and it was financially viable and geographically rather nearby, I would go see it. I wouldn't be like, I saw the bootleg. I know what happens. It's fine. No. I would go to see it live. Like, what kind of fucking argument is that? The thing always is, geography, first of all. New York is a ways away. Okay? I was gonna go to New York this summer, actually. I hate that it always comes back to, like, Star Kid, Tin Can Brothers, and Shipwreck Comedy for me, but, like, it does. I was gonna go see the Spies Are Forever concert, and I was so fucking excited. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. My first time going to New York, I was gonna go by myself. I was gonna take the bus, the Greyhound, overnight. It was like a 12-hour drive. I was so excited. Yeah, so going to New York City, for me, 12-hour bus ride. It's basically, if you drove, it would probably take like not as long, but still, it's a ways. New York City is a long ways away. So then, in addition to travel costs, I was gonna stay overnight in New York for a couple of nights. You know, I wasn't just gonna go to New York and then fucking leave again. It's New York. I was gonna explore, go to some museums, you know, as you do. So I wasn't gonna stay in a hotel. Are you fucking kidding me? Hotels are expensive. Like, actually, I was surprised how expensive hotels are. Holy shit. How do people stay in hotels? So I was gonna stay at a youth hostel in one of their 12-person rooms. It was gonna be fine. I was so excited. I'm really disappointed I didn't get to go. But anyway, so basically what I'm saying is, in addition to geography, it's about money. Like, let's be honest. Anyone who says, like, bootlegs are ruining the theatre industry, fuck you. Honestly, some people cannot afford to go see Broadway shows, my dude. Like, it's such a privileged elitist take to be like, I don't watch bootlegs. I see the shows on Broadway like a proper person. Okay, it's great you got daddy's money. I'm proud of you. Like, okay, if you're gonna be pissed at someone filming bootlegs, sure, have at it, Haas. Like, whatever makes you happy. Is it disrupting for people on stage? Maybe, but how distracting is it really? Because if you have a pro shot version of a musical, those cameras are fucking everywhere. Like, they're all over the place. You've got all sorts of different angles. I'd say that would be more distracting than one person filming in their audience with a smartphone. Besides, like, okay, for example, Six. In Mega 6, the finale number of the show, they encourage people to film that. So I'm assuming it's not super duper distracting for the performers. Then again, 6 is a very different atmosphere than your classic musical, but like, you know what I mean. Is it distracting for other people in the audience? Perhaps. So if you want to like be angry at people who film bootlegs, sure. But don't get angry at people who watch bootlegs, because most people who watch bootlegs are teenagers who live in little fucking hick towns way far away from Broadway or LA, who can't see Broadway shows, who can't see theater shows at all. The issue is that Broadway and musical theater in general, at least in like big cities like Toronto or New York or LA, is not accessible to the general public. It's a fucking elitist thing, which makes me mad because musical theater is fucking awesome. And I want more people to be able to experience it in a better way than grainy ass bootlegs. Do I like bootlegs? Not really. They're shit. They have terrible quality. They're like a means to an end. I want to know what this show exactly is about. I've listened to the music. It sounds pretty fucking cool. I like the concept. I've read the Wikipedia summary with the songs, you know, and the little brackets in between to tell you when they happen. And I'm like, this seems pretty good. And then I watch a bootleg because I can't exactly go to New York to watch it. The majority of musical fans, at least on the internet, maybe it's a little bit of a biased group, are teenagers. Teenagers who don't have money. It just makes me kind of mad because, I mean, check your fucking privilege. The majority of people who enjoy musicals, who buy the Broadway cast albums, cannot afford to see the musical live. It just, fuck, it makes me so angry. So let's move on to my next and possibly final point. I don't know where I'm going with this. What would actually stop bootlegs? Like, if we really, really, really wanted to get rid of bootlegs, what would make them less prevalent? Why do people watch bootlegs? Well, it's because they cannot see it live, and they have listened to the music or heard that it was good and wanted to see what it was like. And they cannot afford to go see it, either because the tickets are too expensive, because they live too far away and therefore cannot travel to see it and then also pay the money for the tickets, you know? In the end, it all goes down to money. Fucking capitalism, am I right? So, basically, what we're saying is, there's a market for filmed versions of musicals. Let's think about this for a second. What could possibly help for all the people who would like to see musicals but cannot afford to see them live. Let's just think about this. What possibly could solve this? It's pro shots. It's pro shots that you can buy. That's what would solve this problem. Oh my gosh, it's such a simple fucking problem, and you could still make money off of it. Yes, I'm talking directly to you, whoever has the power to do this stuff. You could still make money off of this. You could make pro shots and then sell them for cheaper prices than your tickets. Let's talk about Legally Blonde. I think Legally Blonde has a really interesting spot in the bootleg discourse. If you look up Legally Blonde, the musical, the only filmed versions of it that come up are from the MTV special from like fucking 2009. There's hardly any new bootlegs on there. Gee, I wonder why that is. It's because there's a professionally filmed version that's available to people, and yes, maybe it is illegally uploaded to YouTube. But that means that people are not filming bootlegs of Legally Blonde because there's already a pro shot version that's available. The same thing with News. I'm not actually sure how much this is with Newsies, but there is a pro shot version of Newsies. Like, a good one with fucking Jeremy Jordan. What's not to fucking love? You can buy it for money and see a pro shot version at like a fucking quarter of the price that it probably cost people to see it live. Is it exactly comparable to watching it live? No. Is it better than a bootleg? Yeah, it is. And did it cost you some money? Yes. But you can now watch it as many times as you want. Like a movie. This video makes me seem really bitter, but I'm just like mad. Art should be for the people, okay? I'm just mad that normal-ass people can't experience the wonder of musical theater in any way. And I know that I've been kind of indignant and angry this whole video, but it just makes me kind of sad. Like, let's be honest, the status quo is shit. Like, I hate the status quo. I want to punch some rich people. That's basically what I'm saying. The reason that I feel so passionately about this is because I think that musical theater is so fucking cool. Like, it's so cool. And it makes me sad that regular ass people can't go to see shows because they're expensive, but they also they can't even see a good quality filmed version of a production. And it's so dumb because I know that like every single Broadway production, every single off-Broadway production has a professionally filmed version of it because that's what they use in their promotional material. I know that in some digital library on some hard drive, there's all of these musicals that the full production will never see the light of day unless someone is doing some academic research, and it's just there. This could let some 13-year-old kid in a hick town who loves theater and can't wait to go to high school next year because then they will be able to audition for the musical of the high school, and they're so excited, and they love musical theater, but they can't go to see a production in Broadway. And this 13-year-old kid is probably never going to have the opportunity to see a show, or maybe like a couple times in their life they'll be able to save up, go to the big city and see a theater, and it'll be amazing. Yes, that's true, but they won't have the opportunity to see all these different amazing shows. And it's just because Broadway execs are refusing to make pro shots available to the public, even for money. Like, I'm not implying that you have to go the Star Kid route and post all your things for free. I'm sorry this had to come back to Star Kid, it really did. I'm going to use Star Kid as an example because I think they're a really interesting example in the musical theater industry, right? Because, okay, they're a fairly small musical theater production company, but they professionally film their shows and put them on YouTube for free. And yet they sell out all the time. They sell out their shows. They sold out their reunion concert. Like, just because they posted their shows even for free, people want to buy tickets. People fly from abroad to see their shows. Making pro shots available online is not going to kill the theater industry. It'll probably help revive it. So, what's conclusion? Too long, didn't watch. I don't know how long this video is going to be. People who shit on people who are watching bootlegs are shitty people. Like, you're probably coming from a place of privilege, or you don't know shit. Fuck you. That's my point. Why do people watch bootlegs? Because they can't afford to see things live. And if they did have the opportunity to see it live, would they be like, I'm not gonna watch it live, I saw the bootleg. Are you fucking kidding me? No. Bootlegs are not preventing people from going to musical productions. Money is. That's basically the thesis statement of this video. Bootlegs are not stopping people from going to see musicals. Money. Money is. Isn't money always the problem? Money is the problem here. Because either they can't afford tickets, or they can't afford to travel to see the production, and then on top of that have to pay money for tickets, you know. And point third, summarized, the way to stop people from bootlegging musicals, to make Broadway in general more accessible, by making tickets cheaper. I don't know how you do that, but I'm sure there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, my dudes. And making pro shots available to the public, because I know that every show films a pro shot because they use it in all of their marketing material. If you took that, made it available to the public, either for free or to buy, some DVDs, sure. Maybe show it on TV a couple times with commercial breaks in the middle so you get all your fucking money. You can still make money. And it's not going to stop people from seeing your productions live. This wasn't coherent. I probably should have written out a script or whatever. I had no points. I just rambled. If you want to see a more structured, better video on this, watch Sarah Z/Zara Z for y'all fucking Americans out there. She has a much more structured video that I found super interesting when I watched it. So watch the Hamilton's doing a pro shot thing, right? It's gonna be available with the original Broadway cast, which is pretty fucking cool. Hopefully, if people show enough interest in that pro shot, that it becomes a viable economic thing, financial thing for Broadway. Maybe they'll be like, ooh, this is a way we can make money. Because, let's be honest, they're not going to do anything out of the kindness of their hearts. It's a company. They're there to make money. But if they see that people are willing to spend money on this sort of thing, which I don't know how they couldn't have seen that before, it's elitism in Broadway. This was my elitism in Broadway rant. Thank you for watching. I apologize. I'll see y'all later. Bye. I can't get arrested for saying I've seen bootlegs, right? Like, it's illegal, but like, is it like, I can get arrested? No. Alright, is my lighting decent? My lighting's decent. Do I look decent? Maybe. Let me compose myself a little bit. This is the most I've talked all day. Musical reference from me? No. Why would I ever do that?